Day to you. How was your week? Mine was very busy. We never start work, we lawyers. We are still on partial holidays, but it has been a wonderful one. The rains too has been doing its own business, and we've been telling you that to keep off the rain tracks, those of you, or the flood tracks, those of you who are living in that aspect and area and that portion and that segment of the rain part, so that, or the flood part, so that you are not washed away. It's better your properties are washed away than for you to be washed away. Oh, we on this platform, we do tell you. Anyway, before I go too far and forget the main gist, I am Wale Ogunade, your host on this program, and the name of the program is Voters Forum. We are coming to you live from the city of Lagos, and of course, Galaxy Television is it. You can tell your friends to watch us on the go. When they go to the Play Store, they search for Galaxy app, and of course, hit it and they will be with us real time online. Today, we are looking at a wonderful topic that concerns you and that really affects you. This topic, your human rights. We have with us an array of legal practitioners. In fact, they are not just legal practitioners. They are ogagidibas in their various places. I have with me those people that will explain to you the nitty-gritty of how you can protect and defend your rights when they are being abused by state actors and non-state actors. State actors, the policemen, all the security agencies, and non-state actors, people like all these agberos, all these people who think they are powerful, even big men in the street who wants to use their little influence and yeye money that they stole, one way or the other, to use it to oppress you. All those things are what we're going to unravel for you today. But before then, just let's go on and have the mini feature. And when we come back, I will involve our guests and we'll get cracking. Don't go away. Yes, you're welcome back. I hope. I'm a Yoruba man. And the Yoruba adage says that half word is enough for the wise. The public announcement, or as we call it, the corporate social responsibility notices that we have given concerning the floods is enough for anybody to take notice. Then the most important one, you are shouting, everyone is on the social media, shouting, they want to change government, they want to vote. INEC has opened the window for that to happen, and when the election comes, it is now for you to go out there and register yourself. You have lost your voter's card, you have grown up to age 18, you have moved from one point to the other, your name was not spelled very well, your face is not okay, and even the card itself, you don't put them inside water, take and buy, take and do, everything just dabaru for the card. This is the time for you to get it done so that you too, you have mouth when it comes to the issue of election. Meanwhile, take notice that you cannot, for all intents and purposes, vote if you don't have the voter's card. And again, those of you who are praying, I'm a pastor, but I can assure you, INEC does not count prayer points. You are on your own, no? So, take advantage of this window and register yourself. Now to the matter of the moment. I have with me in the studio two great Nigerians. To my immediate left is the vice chairman of the Nigerian Bar Association, Ikeja branch. By designation also is the chair of the Human Rights Committee of the great, we call ourselves the Tiger branch. And they don't burn anybody well. In the legal profession, when they call Ikeja, every other person catches cold. Don't let me go too far. With me, they pride themselves to another name. I don't know that name. From the Lagos Bar, the vice chairman of the Lagos branch of the Nigerian Bar Association, and by nomenclature to or designation, he's the chairman of the Human Rights Committee, Mr. James Sunday. You're welcome to the program. And my sister, do I call you Esquire? A girl or a lady in my chambers. So she's not a barrister, she's not a lawyer, she is Esquire. So do I call you Esquire or barrister Mrs.? Chinye Ude, you are welcome to this platform. Don't worry, we'll just acclimatize you with the way things are. Well, before off air, they were a little bit.
No, we were.
It's all right. I won't let the cat out of the bag. So we are on for business, and I will start with you because you are the mother here. The human rights, the lawyers, the bar particularly, and the people. We came back from Enugu smoking as it were. That we're going to see what will happen in terms of protecting the rights of the people. And that's where the bar comes in. And that is why your office as the chairman of the Human Rights Committee comes in. Please put us through.
Do we have all day?
No, we just have some few minutes. You can't have all day on television. Don't worry, I'm here. That's why I'm here. If you want fly your wrong way, I'll pull you back.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes.
Just like you mentioned, by virtue of being the vice chairman of the Tiger Branch,
yes,
I'm also the chairman of the Human Rights Committee.
I like that.
And,
Tiger!
And we would have, I have a team. I don't work alone. I have members of my committee.
Okay.
So we have been doing so much.
Yeah.
I can give instances.
But just one or two?
One or two. Okay. So I was called one day by some people that an Uber driver was going on his usual trips and was stopped on the way by the police. And they asked for money and he said he didn't have. And they started beating him to the extent that he lost his tooth. So I was called into the matter. We went to the area commander and they started by denial course. And by the time we now got into it, I got to a point and I told them that you can't just send your men to go into the street and just unleash violence on the innocent Nigerians. That they have rights, just like you have rights to stop and search. You must have a reasonable cause to do that. And you don't just start beating them arbitrarily. You can't do that. So by the time we finished the matter, the Uber driver was compensated. I don't think he is a good forum to mention how much.
The gist is that justice was served to him.
It was served. And everybody went to
happy.
Then we have another case that we treated of recent. A woman that lived in Italy. She was stopped at the airport when she was going back, and her two passports, the Italian passport and the Nigerian passport, were confiscated. And they said that there was somebody that was involved in human trafficking with the same name, and her passport was held. Nothing was done. They said they were conducting investigations and all. So she came to us. We went with her to NAPTI, and they said, okay, it's Abuja. We wrote Abuja. He said, you have had reasonable time to do the investigation, that this woman has to go back, and you have said that you don't think she's the same person. So why holding on to her passport, So after our first letter, they didn't do anything, and we sent another one telling them our intention to go to court, and miraculously, the two passports were released to her. So as I speak, she's already on her way back to Italy. So
yes. May God bless the soul of the late Adishino Ogulano. And of course, I remembered when I was in the ESCO of the Nigeria Ikeja branch too, we were part of those that really did a lot of Aluta activities.
That's what we are
known. We did a lot of Aluta activities. If you can remember the land use charge issue, but be that as it may, maybe that will be an adjunct. I know that we had an interface maybe with the immediate past Lagos State Commissioner of Police concerning abuses of human rights. And don't forget, in Enugu too, during the conference, the security men were brought, all of them, the military, the Air Force, and the police, the SSS, the NIN, all of them were brought to the conference hall, and we extracted promises from them that never again will they abuse and so on. But can you take us in through what you did with the Lagos State Commissioner of Police? Because I remember that we were on the streets, really protest.
Yes,
what brought about that?
On the streets. In fact, we have been on the street.
In fact, if we leave this place, we'll be on the street.
We'll be on the street. because we have decided to say no.
Yes, to impunity,
to
audacity.
We have decided to say that we have had different interactions and interventions. One of them is the issue of child abuse and the issue, of course, what is going on in the country now of the defilement of minors and all to the streets, and what's in that particular one, what we were asking is that it should not be treated as a family matter.
Yes.
So once you get to the police, they will tell you, okay, you go can talk, okay, settle. It's not,
it's a crime against humanity.
It is a crime. I should be seen
as a crime.
And it's not a family matter. When those issues come to you, you don't call the parties and start mediation. We said no to that, and so far they have respected that. So yes.
Vice Lagos.
Yes.
What is that your name for Lagos?
Premier Bar.
Okay, don't go too far. I said don't go too far. Yes. Yes, Lagos is the Premier Bar. They are the grandfather of the Nigerian Bar Association. The legal profession activity started in the Lagos branch of the Nigerian Bar Association. And they've been doing well. And of course, don't forget, because of age, really Ikeja, young, strong, and vibrant, but that's no problem. We will still ask him, he's here. She's taking us around 1 or 2 or 3 of our activities. We want to hear from you. And don't forget, my people, this is just to water the ground because we are going somewhere. We want to set you up so that you know when your rights are being abridged, that we know how to defend your rights. Not that you just take it. It's all right. God did. No! This one is not an issue of God did. You allow them, they continue to roughshod over you. So, Mr. Vice Chairman and Chairman, Human Rights Committee, the Premier Bar, take us around 1 or 2 of the activities.
Yeah, the Premier Bar, that's who we have. In NBA Lagos branch, the Human Rights Committee, we are doing so much, even though my tenure is just 2 months, not even up to 2 months, and with my chair, which in Kimbadi, we have done a lot even in these 2 months. For the Human Rights Committee, we have various subcommittees to actually deal with issue. We have advocacy committee, subcommittee. We have the PDSS subcommittee.
Don't go too far. My people know no book. Me too, I know no book. What do you mean by this PDSS?
Okay, now the PDSS.
And explain it because it's very important.
Yeah, the PDSS is the Police Duty
Solicitor
Scheme. Because yesterday, I led the committee to visit 2 police stations. We were able to visit 2 police stations yesterday because of time. And what we do in PDSS is for us to visit the police commission under Post Order 20 that the Nigerian police are absolutely aware of. For us to visit and ensure that the police, they are doing the right thing when they are investigating any offense or any complaints that have been brought to the station. Probably the offender has been detained or has been brought to the station. So we go to the police station like we did yesterday. We were in 2 police stations, Adiniti, Adele, and Lion Building. Police station. Those
are the places gone.
So we
are there people who were there over time, who have spent more than 24 hours.
As at yesterday when we were there, there are no people that were in state over time.
Or did you tell them you are coming so they quickly cleared?
We don't tell them we are coming. In fact, one of the members who happened to be a member was asking, and we send
advance notice.
I said no, we don't send advance notice to them. We just go there and visit them.
So let's go.
So we were there yesterday. Although there were 2 people, they were there since Friday, since Monday. So we have to intervene. Fortunately, the DPO of the place met us because he wasn't around at the initial stage. We only met the 2 IC and the DCO, and we were there. Although we had some issues with the DCO initially, but we were able to resolve the issue. I was surprised, saying that he wasn't aware of PDSS and visit. Although we were able to resolve. So when the DPO came, we were able to also relate with him. They explained to us their own challenges and success they have made. But the point is that we were able to see some of those inmates over there. We let them to
apart from seeing, what does your committee do? Some people, they are there incarcerated because they've not been able to pay money in terms of bail or settlement, even settling the police people themselves. Because don't forget, when we were in Enugu at the conference, the legal, the AIG legal was telling us that they don't have, they have no business with issues of mobilization. Is that one of the things that we have to tell our people? That bail is not, you don't pay for bail. Is that something that yes, part of what you do?
In fact, that's part of what we do. In fact, at yesterday, we were able to even ensure that we mediate a particular case, just a minor issue about portrait, heart, design. And the man was detained over there. So we have to come in and say, you cannot continue to keep this person in there because of a breach of contract.
Okay.
Fine, you have asked him to do a job for you with specification, and he has failed to do it based on that specification. So what offense has he committed that we are not detaining him over here? And this person is saying, allow me to go, I can get to
the gist is that
we are able to make sure that we resolve that issue even before we
and for the benefit of listeners, there are two sides of a coin in legal jurisprudence when it comes to issues of interaction with people. Is either you commit an offense that is criminal, or you commit an offense that is business-like. If, like you said now, issue of portrait, people giving you business to do, and you are not able to meet up, it is failed contract. That one, it is not the police matter. It is something that you can sue, or meet your lawyer who will now take necessary steps. It's not for you to go to the police station. And of course, it's one of the things that we have to put in the minds of the police or people like us who have to do to ensure that the police know the difference between contract and criminality.
In fact, that's what we even led the police to actually to be aware. This is just a contract. But the complainant was now saying because the person that gave him the job to do the job is already harassing him, that is going to come and arrest him.
For what?
For giving. I said, look, this is not the issue of arrest. Fine, he gave you the job, you have done the work, and you have given it to this person to frame it. And the person had made mistake in framing it and cutting it. So what is the offense in this place?
The other offense the other offense that can come up in a contractual relationship is when the man said that, yes, I can do this. Misrepresentation, but he's not able to do it. And even you've given him the opportunity to do it, and he's not able to do it. Then they call it, that's where the original 419 comes in. Obtaining money under false pretense. Right. So all those things are things. Maybe we'll give you guys another opportunity to come and do a lot of explanation to this matter. Meanwhile, our people will go on a short break. When we come back, get yourself ready. Don't call me. I will not take your call. Fortunately, I'm surrounded by lawyers today. They will help me to deal with you. You know, if I'm the only one, you don't want to be dealt with. This time around, I have two. In fact, one mommy day here. That mommy, not you. Have you no day? So, we'll go on a short break. When we come back, you please send your text messages on the number that will be displayed on the screen. This is a great opportunity for you. You have lawyers. You ask them questions. Free! You no go pay she. Don't go, we'll soon be back. The house has since been swelled up. We have joining us multiple chief, Afam of Famata. The chairman was trying to tell us that she is not only the only one in the committee. We have the Iroko of the Human Rights Committee of the Nigerian Bar Association, multiple chief, Afam of Famata. You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm sure before we get firing up, you'll just give us one little of your intervention or interaction in terms of human rights for the people, defending the interests of the people.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
The Tiger Branch, the Human Rights Committee of the Tiger Branch, has within the last 1 year done multiple things that are very commendable. Not limited to Lagos alone. We had an intervention which my chairman here even did on the way to the AGC in respect of a lawyer who had been incarcerated for months in Anambra State. In the person of Chuks Okonkwo.
Okay.
So just to tell you how we operate. I had when she mentioned 2 instances, maybe because of time, but it's an everyday thing. Yesterday, 2 teams or 2 arms or 2 streams of the committee were in court. Oshodi, Justice Oshodi court, 2 members of the team stood in for an indigent accused person, and 2 also were at the Magistrate Court 1, Tinubu, same yesterday. And it's every time. If you see if you come to our platform, there's no week that we don't have a program. We meet every 2 weeks religiously. Even on last Friday that we had Ogulano Memorial Lecture, we still met. Even at the end of the program, where we had to attend to the people that are there. That were waiting for us. So it's not just Human Rights Committee of the Tiger Branch. We do this, we are on ground every day. We are the secretariat to see some officials in respect of some matters. There was a case of a Chinese lady that was abused, sacked, whatever. We intervene.
Yes.
We have plenty on ground.
Multiple chief. We interacted a little during the conference, and I know you took an active part in the conference. And one way or the other, I know that people have been saying that we lawyers are the trouble of this country. We don't move the law the way it should be. With this little that you have told us, in what way have you helped or encouraged the movement of the law in promoting human rights, protecting the interests of the people?
Human Rights Committee, you're already talking about human rights. When my Honorable Vice, Lagos, he spoke about PDSS. It is part of it. The Human Rights Committee of the NBA, for any branch that is active, because I can't talk for all the branches, what you just spoke about, it's what they live for. There is nothing else they live for. They work for the protection of human rights. We have a particular matter, I don't want to go into it, where a Nigerian billionaire is trying to take things for granted. MBA Ikeja Human Rights Committee, we're on it. We like to handle matters of those that don't have the capacity and capability to take care of their rights.
Thank you. My people, just straight from the horse's mouth, the lawyers are here to support you and to help you protect your rights. It's not going to be business as usual. I'm sure over the weekend you heard that one individual went ahead and beat somebody to death. And we'll be interested in that matter to ensuring that he's not swept under the carpet, to ensure that justice is served. I would just want to challenge you out there that you don't sleep over your right, as we say in law. Whenever anybody infringes on your rights, your best bet is to get in touch with the legal committee or the Human Rights Committee of the Nigerian Bar Association. We will be displaying their numbers before the end of this program, because actually we wanted to do that, but one thing or the other has not allowed it to happen. But you can be sure that we'll display their numbers. But be that as it may, I know we are watching this program all over the country and in fact all over the world. And multiple chiefs just told us that any NBA branch that is active must have a human rights committee. And what it means is that you just walk in the localities, the NBA center, the bar center, as we call it, is not too far. All you need to do is to ask a lawyer, or at best, you may be lucky that you run into a lawyer who is equally ready to take up your case for you. free of charge. What we do in this human rights team is to do our matters pro bono. We help the indigent. It is for the indigent people, not that you go and take a contract of 200 million naira now, and you now say that is pro bono, that will do it for free. Me, I won't do it for free. Sure, you will do it for free?
We take from the rich to service the poor.
We take from the rich to service the poor. That's what we do in the human rights team. And the numbers to call, to send messages to, have already been displayed. Don't call. I beg of you. You see my hand? Please, don't call. Calling always puts us stress. It disturbs our thought because you ask questions that has no meaning with what you are saying. So just send your text messages and we'll react to them appropriately. Chair, Human Rights, Premier Branch. Don't mind us.
That's where I started.
Don't mind us. We the tiger. We will not do anything. We are not going to.
I was there for 12 years.
So my brother, this PDSS, I want you to break it down for the understanding of the people, because I know that the PDSS has a table or a desk in each of the a police station, except maybe it is not. But when it was started, that's what it was. It was like the human rights desk too. To God be the glory. I was the promoter through the help of the UNDP then to set up the human rights desk all over the Nigerian, all over the police stations, all over the country. So put us through what it is and what can anyone do if he has this conflict with the law. He gets to the police station. How will he assess the DSS?
Well, the PDSS is not, they don't have the decks with police permission. I know they have human rights decks with all the police permission, but for PDSS, there is no PDSS decks in any police permission. In fact, some police stations, they don't even know about this PDSS. And that's why I said I was surprised when we got to one of these stations that we visited yesterday.
In the center of Lagos.
So was telling me that he wasn't aware of PDSS, that we are not supposed to be.
So there's a whole lot of work to be done by you guys.
Yes. So we made him to understand that, look, this is what is already put in place by the police. So, explaining what PDSS is all about is for lawyers to visit every police station at intervals. And this is what we do regularly at NBA Lagos Branch Human Rights Committee. In fact, we do it regularly, just like we did yesterday. So when we get there, we meet with the DPO in charge of that station. We explain our coming to him, and then he allows us to go into the cells to meet with the inmates, talk to them. We let them to know that we ask them some questions. Have you been beaten? Have you been tortured? Have you been tortured? When were you arrested? How long have you been here? Have you been given any opportunity? Is your phone? Do you have access to your family members to know that you have been here? And so you're a lawyer. So we ask them some of these questions where they let us know that their right has been infringed upon. Then we take it up with the DPO in that regard and say, okay, why this and why this? Why? So we ensure that they are right, even while they are still investigated or while they are still detained, because their rights are not being infringed. So we want people to know that once they were there, they have the right to call whoever. Because if someone is arrested and the family members are not aware that this person, so even if there was one that he was working in a particular company and was arrested in that place and was kept there, and then the company eventually came because he has to call the company, okay, this person, although the company didn't put certain mechanism in place, but the company was able to come and say, oh, this is what actually happened. So they have the right to let them know, look, I have the right to call whoever I want to call. So that is what we always do to let people to.
And meanwhile, I will just quickly add that there is no arrest by proxy. What it means is that one of your family members or your co-tenant lives in a house. So he now commits an offense, any offense, maybe this simple contract thing. Then the police comes to your house. Where is Mr. Don Baja? And they say he's not around. Oh, and you, I'm his friend. Well, follow us. No way. You tell him, I'm not the person. They cannot touch you. If they touch you, just follow them to the police station and you try and get a lawyer. Look, all these things are things that has to happen. Don't be afraid that, I don't want wahala. Wahala has come, so you must struggle with the wahala to get out of it. Anyway, my sister, let us look at the human rights desk now. The human rights desk in the police station. How is it activated? And how do you people ensure that the human rights desk is alive so that people's rights are not unduly infringed upon under the guise of being investigated or because, come on, shut up. They start dealing with people, harassing them. How do you ensure that such does not continue?
Okay, so the human rights desk, just like you said, what we do as lawyers, human rights committee lawyers, when we embark on that PDSS, we also interact with the human rights desk, or maybe,
Yes.
as you rightly said, there's no PDSS desk or anything. So we interact with the inmates, and then we go back to the unit, because in the police stations they have the station people that are responsible for that, they are human rights desk.
I like that word.
Yes.
Responsible.
Yes, and we ask questions. You know, you find some people, especially one of the issues that we have when you go for PDSS, the people, most times the people that are there are people that we are raided by the police. This raiding of the scene. You know, I remember on the 19th of December, you know, for Christmas, because most of us will be traveling, we decided to just visit some police stations on the 19th, and we saw, in a particular police station, we saw more than 28 people that were raided. And luckily for them, they were raided the previous day, and we got there the next morning. So by our intervention, they were all released. Because there was no, why would you raid them? Well, for what offense? Was there any reasonable reason why they should be arrested? Why do that? So so we also, when we meet the police men that are stationed there at their human rights desk, we try to educate them. You know, I always tell people that the police is the most trained. They are most trained. So that's where you find
the lapses.
God will help us. So, part of, I want to say something on the PDSS. There is another arm to it. There is something else that is called magistrate oversight. So, it's either lawyers go, when lawyers go, it's PDSS. You don't. But sometimes as lawyers, we accompany magistrates to go on such oversights. And we also, just the same way we do PDSS, magistrate will ask questions. Okay, when did you bring this defendant here, the suspect? When did you bring him? Okay, why? For what offense? So why has he not been arraigned?
Arraigned? My people know your English now. What did they arraign?
Why has he not been brought to court? You know, for court to either remand him or for the matter to
be quickly dealt with.
Because there are some cases that shouldn't be there, shouldn't find themselves at the
police station. An offense that maybe just 1 week.
Criminalize civil matter. And this is what happens. They'll say, okay, somebody has not paid rent, and you take the person, you report to the police, and they put the person in cell. For what?
Right.
It's a civil matter, and civil matters should be seen as civil.
Purely.
Try to criminalize them. So when we go with these magistrates, they ask these questions, and people are released forthwith. You know, when a magistrate is giving order, release, they release. Release, they release. Okay, bring them, take to court. They do that. Sometimes lawyers, when we go for PDSS, we also insist that some people are released forthwith. Because when they see that you know what you're saying, and when they see that you have the capacity to escalate,
and the law does not back,
it's
just 24 hours.
They'll just I'm happy that most of them, I'm surprised that at Lions Building and all, they are not aware.
We'll do a lot of.
No, they are aware in the Lion Building. Probably
the officer.
Maybe the officer has just been not even have just been posted there. Maybe, but because we have been there.
Not that I'm really shocked, because I remember the day we went to command.
State command.
State command. Oh, we are surprised that somebody there said he was not aware of PDSS until the commissioner called us
Deputy
in.
Commissioner.
Commissioner called us
actually
in
said.
and
Yeah.
said, that maybe the officer was just posted there, of course, and everything. And we went there, of course, they have different sections at command, and we were able to tell them this person shouldn't be here and all.
Okay.
So that's what we do.
Okay then. Multiple chief. We Yorubas always say that it is the mouth of the elder that the kola is always very, very, very rugged. So give us your parting shot.
Yeah, as a super elder.
Don't go too far.
I'm a super elder.
You know me and you.
I'm a super elder.
Don't go too far.
Like my chairman said, in line with what my vice chairman Lagos, the main work of the Human Rights Committee is PDSS. If we understand what it means. Part of it, like she also said, is always making sure that members of the Human Rights Committee follow magistrates on visits to different police formation.
Okay.
But what I will now advocate for, like the CP of Lagos told us at our last meeting with him, that they are going to introduce PDSS to all police formation for them to know what PDSS is.
That's what informed my question to the chairman of the Lagos branch. Multiple chief, we want to thank you for coming. Time is not on our side. The way I see it, maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll have another opportunity next week. We'll have this panel together. I hope the management will allow that we do it this week because we have not started anything. I'm so sure that myself, I'm just winding up for questions I've not asked the people. So I want to believe that next week, by the grace of God, you'll make yourself available. But be that as it may, on a parting shot or on a parting note, whenever the policeman comes to you to make an arrest, don't fight the police. Fighting the police is a crime, which if I get to know about it, I will encourage the police to ensure that you go to jail. Just follow them. His word. I don't do anything. Oga, I don't do anything. Follow them. Don't let them beat you. Just don't touch me. I will follow you. Once you say don't touch me, I will follow you. You get into their van. They take you to the police station. That's all. You wait. People who will know one way or the other, they will get in touch with people who will help you. The lawyers or the human rights team will come and they will get you out if you have not committed a crime. Shikenan. That's all I will advise you this right. On that note, multiple chief of Amata, thank you for coming. We appreciate your insight. My sister,
thank you.
When I was in Enugu, they said we should, is it no? No. What's the meaning of no? Welcome. No. So you are welcome to this program now.
Thank you so much, sir.
My brother from the Premier, you're welcome. Really, all of you have made this program wonderful today. And unfortunately, I didn't know what happened. We were not able to get your text messages. The phones may be, I wouldn't know, but by the grace of God, just as I said, we may be able to set up this panel next week. Then we'll come together and we'll have a greater interaction and maybe there will be a conversation around it. Till then, I'm Wale Oguade, your host on this program called Voters Forum. And I want to thank the president of this station, Chief Steve Ojo, the producer, Mr. Teslim Ajayi, cameramen, the Edge Station people, and all those who ensured that this thing happened. You saw us loud and clear. Thank you very much. And for you watching too, we want to appreciate you for your time. Don't worry, next week we'll have a full dose. This is the tip of the iceberg. Thank you very much. And don't do anything against the law. Cheers.